My buddy Charles Small is back with us today. Charles, wrestler out of Hofstra at 184, NCAA tournament. Got a win in the NCAA tournament. D1. Charles, thanks for joining me, brother. How you doing?
Doing pretty good, man. Just got back from the workout, so feeling pretty good.
Flexing on him,
Just a little bit.
So, man, we were talking in the group chat and stuff, and you weren't happy with how your season ended. Um, I was super proud because a friend of mine went to the NCAA tournament, won the first round. It was awesome. I liked seeing it. Tell me, what expectations did you have going into the tournament there, man?
Um, you know, um, uh, you can never ever be pleased with anything. Um, uh, I barely lost to a guy that took sixth in the country. I was the closest match he had, other than him losing in the quarters. So I mean, like that kind of just tells me that I'm right there. So it's just like I don't want to say disappointing, but more upsetting more than anything. Um, but, I'm capable of competing with those guys, so I gotta make some adjustments next year when I get back, so that I can be staying on that podium next year. Because the goal is always to win a national title, but shoot for stars, and if you come short, then hopefully you're still in a good place.
Yeah, and I mean, I imagine it's super tough, especially going into the season. You have high expectations of yourself. The teams kind of, they're with you too. You got them on your back. You were the big guy going into the season, man. Was that a lot of pressure going through the season and even into the NCAA tournament?
Uh, I wouldn't say. Nah, I really wouldn't say that. I'm kind of a relaxed guy for the most part. I don't really put a bunch of pressure on myself. Um, you know, I, all I kind of stopped that after I got out of high school, because at this point, especially where I'm at now, it's like either you wrestle or you don't. Um, you know, I know what I can do. Um, everybody at this level is tough, so you always got to put your best foot forward every time you step out on the mat. So I mean, there's not really any pressure. It's just whether you perform or not, and that's kind of just up to you.
So I was out of the group chat for a little while just because I was working 12 hours, 7 days a week. And
Yeah,
and I was like, oh yeah, the tournament's coming up. So I didn't know that you were in it. No, yeah,
yeah,
the tournament's coming up. So I'm like, let me see who's in the bracket. Because I'd talked to some guys last year, like Deacon and Schroeder and all them. I was
yeah.
scrolling through. I got to 184. I'm scrolling through. I'm like, Charles Small. Wait a minute, Charles. What? I was excited, man. It was. What was that like when they called you up? Say, hey, you're going to NCAA D1 tournament.
Yeah, I placed 30 at WAs.
I'm
The only
losing my
loss,
mind.
the only loss I had at EWAs was to Luke Press. And I beat that Army kid that beat me at the beginning of the year. I beat him for third and fourth. So you know, but I mean, again, same thing as I said before. I mean, I mean, like this was a lot of this year wasn't like us, especially us here at Hoff. Like we like this year wasn't like about trying to be like trying to shock people or surprise people, because we have a certain expectation here, and our expectation was to win this year. Like there wasn't anything, no ifs, ands, or buts about anything really. Like the expectation was to win. Um, so that's how we went into conferences. I mean, we fell short of our goal because we really thought we could win the whole conference, but you know things didn't go the way we wanted to. You know, some things don't shake out how you want to all the time. You know, guys lose, guys don't get bonus points. You know, things like that happen. So, you know, we ended up getting fourth, and we pushed 7 guys through. But I mean, like we had expectations, and we all met them. You know, along. I mean, you know, they're guys like me, guys like my roommate Trey, my other roommate Zach. You know, guys that have already proven that they can compete at a high level. You know, it's just that, you know, we just had to make that small jump, and we already made it this year. So, you know, we went in with the mentality that we had to win, and that was it.
So, I mean, I'm looking at Hofstra, you know, and I was doing some research and stuff after we spoke the first time, and their first winning season as a team was last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and y'all went 2-1 this year. It's a bit of a weird year because of the pandemic and stuff, but
Yeah,
y'all
that
were still
down.
really good. You know, and that's a culture that y'all are building down there that's really good.
And I honestly think we would have won all the rest of those duels
Yeah,
pretty
for
easy.
sure. I believe so too.
But, yeah, man. Dennis is. I mean, Dennis is a great dude. I mean, he knows what he's. You know, one of my goals was when I came here was to build that culture. You know, keep people. You know, get guys better, keep people accountable. You know, because you know when I was on my recruiting trip, Dennis kind of told me what it was. It's like, you know, like, because I told him, I was like, yo, this place sucks. I told him to his face, I was like, bro, this place sucks. You guys suck, like, really bad. I was like, I don't even know why I'm here. But, you know, he was really like cut and dry. He's like, yeah, I know we suck. He's like, I know. But he's like, you know, things didn't go my way my first few years here. And, you know, like, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it back to how it was when I was here. You know, and when he was here, you know, a couple decades ago, you know, they were competing with top 10, top 15 teams in the country, you know, placing top 15 in the country at NCAAs, top 10 in the country at NCAAs, you know. So, um, you know, what sold me was that, you know, my mom always tells me, you know, leave something better than how you found it. Um, and you know, you can always go somewhere that's great and you know thrive in that environment as well. But you know, it takes real character, and you know, it shows a lot about yourself more. I think if you can go somewhere and make it a lot better than how it was when you got there. So you know, that's what Dennis has been trying to do, and that's what I've been trying to do. So I mean, after the last year, a lot of the guys didn't qualify, and you know, we had a lot of talent, and all of that talent came right back. So you know, we didn't really all get to work during the summer how we wanted to, but we all worked. We all put in that same work, you know, in our respective states and places, and you know, it showed. When we got back, you know, guys got in shape really fast. Guys did what they're supposed to do, got down to weight, and you know, the season ended the way it did. Um, so you know, culture is something that we really like preach like heavy here at Hofstra. Culture is extremely important here, and that's what we're trying to build. You know, we want guys that are coming out of high school that are trying to look for other places to go or anything like that. You know, like like guys are just starting to think like, oh wow, like I can go to Hofstra, like that place is like I can be good there. You know, I can do this, I can do that there. You know,
Seems
so
like
that's
wrestlers can grow there too, their skills.
yeah, like that's what we're trying to build here right now. So
I mean, it's evident with the results y'all have had, you know.
yeah, I
Yeah.
mean I mean outside of my loss and Zach's loss in Army, you know, Army was a top 25 team at the beginning of the year, and we were 2 matches outside of beating them. So I mean, if you would have said 2 years ago, oh yeah, you guys are gonna be competitive with Army, no one would believe you.
Yeah. And I think next year you are coming back next year, correct?
Yes.
Without a doubt, huh?
Yes, sir.
I think next year y'all got a really good shot at making a lot of noise for a college of Hofstra side. Not trying to belittle y'all, but y'all are a small college
That
and
is a
y'all can
small
make a
school.
lot of noise.
I definitely
Led by
think
the
so too.
Bozring boy himself. So let's talk a little bit about. I want to touch on Stanford too. Um, Stanford wrestling. They cut their program. They didn't kind of cut it. They cut it. And
Yeah.
then Shane Griffith comes out and wins a natty in a black singlet because he's not with Stanford. They cut
Yep.
their wrestling program. And then Stanford goes and congratulates them. Hey, yeah, because Stanford wrestling, what's his, he won, blah, blah. What's your take on that? It put a bad taste in my mouth. That's just riding on his
It,
coattails because they cut his sport.
it's weird. And then like they had their fencing team had like 4 or 5 All-Americans, I think, and like a couple, I think 2 of their freshmen were All-Americans as well. I mean, it's nuts. Honestly, I don't know what I would be able to do if I was in his shoes. I mean, there's another kid too, Anthony Moulton, from ODU to Fresno State.
Yeah.
That's back to back, and then it's just like, and it's nuts. I mean, I really honestly don't know. Like
What is he? What weight does he wrestle at?
25, I think. Yeah, 25. He's 25 years old guy, but
Send him a text.
it's like I don't, dude. I can't really comment on it because I don't know how to. I don't know how to feel.
Yeah.
Like it sucks. Like it sucks really bad. Like I don't like what. Like what can he do? Like the school just decides, hey, you know, can't really do anything for you. And there's like this thing that one of my friends sent me that is like this long, like little like detailed essay about like shell companies and stuff like that, and like how basically like the reason the sport got cut is because it's not technically making any money, but then Stanford just built a huge a huge center. I mean, like sports complex called the Hall of Champions, and it's literally dedicated to making Olympians. Like the whole theme of it is them having Olympians.
Wrestling.
Then they just cut 6 Olympic sports. So I mean, like it's nuts. I'll send it to you, but like it I don't I really don't know what to say because I can't really like put myself in his shoes. But it is a slap in the face, is what it is. Like these kids go out there and they put out online every single day. They tear down their bodies just to just to go to college, just to get an education and compete in the sport they love, and then you just take it away from them at a moment's notice.
Yeah.
So
I hate seeing that for real. Because he put his body on the line for Stanford University. Wrestling's not an easy sport. If it was an easy sport, more people would do it. But the fact of the matter is, it's really just a hard sport because it requires so much of you as an individual. It's not like basketball where you can take a play off. There's no plays off in wrestling. And he gave up that for Stanford. For them to claim a national championship on him after they told him to kick rocks, basically, I was just like, oh, come on. I don't like that, But you know what? Good on him. He got more news for winning a national championship. He got more headlines for winning a national championship after his college cut him than actually winning a national championship with his college. So, it's the best thing that happened to Shane, although, it sucks that the wrestling program's cut. It's the best thing that happened for him because more people listen to him now, or, he's got a bigger platform because of it. And I think that's a good thing for him.
for sure.
So, last question before I let you go, brother. What's the expectations next year?
For myself or for the team?
Both. Because it's not a team, it's not a youth sport, it's a team sport. College wrestling's fun.
For myself, anything. I mean, I'm shooting for the stars. I want a national title. I mean, it's a tall order, but why not me? Those are the only goals I have. For the team, I just want us to improve. I just want to see it better. The the theme I always put out is improvement. You always got to get better. I know the corny old saying "1% better" is always resonated with me. So that's kind of the theme that I put out there. I always want to see it better. I'm not talking about like winning dual meets or getting guys to the TNT tournament. I'm talking about making us better as a whole. The program. The program is what matters the most. Because if there's no program, there's no us. So I just want us to get better as a program. That's the only real goal I have.
Man, you got a lot of love for Hofstra, bro. Do you plan on sticking around after you're done coaching?
I hope so.
Yeah, I like that. Oh, I lied to you. I got one more question. When am I going to get some Hofstra wrestling swag? Where can I buy some? I want it.
I have no idea. I mean,
Bro,
I'll
you know
text.
I'd be wearing a Hofstra wrestling shirt right now if I could.
Yeah, I mean, I'll text Dennis. I really don't. I have no idea, dude. I, you know, I don't really keep up with stuff like that.
No, of course. I'm just giving you a hard
But
time, brother.
I'll definitely reach out to Dennis. Probably have like a gear store or something like that. I have a gear store or something like that out soon. Maybe. Not really too sure. COVID's got everything like
Right, of course.
all iffy. So not really too sure about that. But right now we have a fundraiser. If you donate $100, you get a Hofstra grade. So if you want to do that,
send me the link to that when we get done. I'm gonna do that.
okay, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, Charles, thanks for coming and talk to me again, man. Congratulations on the fantastic season. I've enjoyed watching you wrestle this year. I really did. It was fun to watch somebody that I, talk to pretty much on a daily basis go out there and compete. That was really interesting, and it was fun to see you go out there, text in the group chat. Hey, we're doing this. You go out there, wrestle. Dang, he almost got me, bro. It's like you have a life outside of wrestling. Who knew? Where can everybody find you on social media?
Charles Small 99. That's all the handles.
Appreciate it, man. Looking forward to 2022. Going to be a great season. It's time for us to go watch the trials.
All right.
Later, man.
See you.